Today we are popping the hood and going deep into the latest YouTube algorithm. There's a massive misconception out there about what it actually takes to succeed as a creator today, and we're gonna clear that up right now. We'll be demystifying exactly how the algorithm really works and why a strategy that sounds honestly completely counterintuitive, what we like to call the boring strategy, is absolutely the secret to sustainable growth. And quite frankly, it's how you print money. So let's kick things off by looking at this absolutely massive gap. Right now, there are 69 million people making content. That is a staggering amount of noise. But here's the crazy part. Less than 5% of these channels will ever get monetized. Why? Well, it's because they fundamentally misunderstand the platform. They are literally playing by a rulebook that expired over a year ago. They're out there chasing trends and quick retention hacks when what the algorithm actually wants from them is something completely different. That brings us to section 1, the paradigm shift between the old and the new algorithm. Okay, let's contrast these two models. On the left, you've got the old circle model. It used to be that if someone subscribed to you, say a massive creator like Ali Abdaal or Peter McKinnon, they were instantly in your inner circle. The algorithm almost guaranteed that your subscribers would see your videos. But guess what? That circle model is totally dead. Today, you can be subscribed to someone and literally not see their content for months. Instead, the modern algorithm on the right operates like a viewer funnel. Viewers just drop in based on sudden, highly specific interests. Like, imagine a new Diablo video game expansion drops, right? You look up one quick review and boom, suddenly your feed is flooded with Diablo content from channels you've never even heard of. The algorithm prioritizes sending these rapid waves of new viewers into the top of your funnel to satisfy a quick curiosity, and then they leave just as fast. Moving right along to section 2, embracing the boring strategy as your secret to growth. Now, it's crucial we define this properly. The boring strategy basically means making slightly different content that solves the exact same problem for the exact same person over and over again. Now, hold on. It doesn't mean putting your audience to sleep, and it definitely doesn't mean uploading the exact same video file twice. Think about that new algorithm funnel we just talked about. Every single day, a brand new wave of first-timers shows up. They didn't see your channel's evolution. They don't know your backstory. They just have one specific problem, and the algorithm guessed that you have the answer. So your job isn't just to be broadly entertaining anymore. Your job is to be unmistakably the same thing every single time, so the algorithm can perfectly categorize you and send you the exact right people in that daily wave, which brings us to section 3, adapting to real-world changes. Because obviously the world around us doesn't stand still. Let's look at a real-world example to see how this actually plays out. Take a creator like Justin Sun. For years, he has consistently solved the exact same core problem in step 1. How to learn faster, how to remember what you learn, and reverse goal setting. But look at step 2. The world changes, right? AI and tools like Claude suddenly emerge, and the way we study and learn is completely turned upside down. So what does he do in step 3? He adapts. He still teaches the exact same core problem, but he updates the narrative to fit these shifting real-world situations. It's the exact same problem, just in a completely relevant new context. And honestly, once you know what to look for, you see this strategy everywhere. Take Graham Stephan. He has made millions by hammering away at the exact same housing market crashes and stock market problems month after month, year after year. He just makes these minor little tweaks to his titles and thumbnails, but the core issue completely identical. Or look at how trend trackers operate. They'll take a massive hot topic like Claude AI and use it to solve totally boring, repetitive problems across literally every industry you can think of. We're talking video editing, optimizing vending machines, even growing tomatoes. They find their specific lane and they hammer that same problem using the new trend. And, this quote brilliantly illustrates what your actual responsibility is as a creator. The core problem stays the same, but the world around that problem is constantly shifting. The creator economy changes. The software changes. So your job is to step up as a leader in your specific industry. You are basically the reporter constantly keeping your audience up to date on what is currently working in the changing matter. All right. Section 4, building your content IP, which is how you create real long-term value. Here's the coolest part. When you do the same boring work long enough, something amazing happens. In step 1, you're just getting your reps in on a single problem. But by step 2, because you aren't constantly switching up your topics, you develop incredible pattern recognition. You start to see exactly where people are repeatedly getting stuck, why certain things go viral, and what actually drives growth. And then step 3, those patterns evolve into highly valuable, completely uncopyable intellectual property. You start developing frameworks like exactly how to pick a niche or how to write a killer script. This is deep research and insight that nobody else can replicate simply because they haven't put in the boring reps to see what you see. Let's jump into section 5, overcoming creative roadblocks and fighting human nature. Now we have to ask the obvious question. If this strategy is so straightforward, why on earth do 95% of creators completely fail to execute it? Well, it all comes down to human nature. Think about the fitness industry for a second. Literally, everyone knows the boring strategy to get a six-pack, right? Eat less junk food, exercise more, and do it consistently. We have mountains of research proving it works, yet 98% of people fail and only 2% succeed. Just like those low platform monetization rates we saw earlier, the strategy is proven, but our own human nature constantly sabotages the execution. So let's break down exactly how we sabotage ourselves. There are 3 specific psychological hurdles we have to clear. First up is pride. For ambitious people, committing to doing the exact same thing over and over feels like settling. It kind of feels like you're giving up on your grand creative vision. Second is fear. This is that deep nagging anxiety that your audience is going to get utterly bored of hearing your story. And third is the curse of knowledge, which is when you totally forget what it was like to be a beginner. Let's actually tackle these last 2 because they are silent killers. Let's attack that fear hurdle first. Here's the absolute truth. Audiences do not get tired of your origin story. Take the original author of this concept. He quit medicine to become a creator. He has told that exact same story 1,000 times. He's probably completely sick of hearing himself say it, but the audience, they never get tired of it. It constantly inspires them. Think about Alex Hormozy. We are never going to get tired of hearing his crazy gym launch stories, or Colin and Samir. Their lacrosse roots are legendary at this point. These repeated stories do not bore your audience. They actually become your defining identity in a super crowded algorithm funnel. And then we have the curse of knowledge. This is a brilliant concept from the book Made to Stick. When you live, sleep, and breathe your topic, it becomes second nature to you. You completely forget that what feels painfully basic and frankly boring to you is still completely magical to a beginner. Imagine enthusiastically spending 15 minutes explaining YouTube outliers to a friend, only to realize at the very end that they didn't even know what the word outlier meant. You have to remember to keep it simple because to the new waves of people entering your funnel every single day, your most basic knowledge is an absolute revelation. I'd actually want to reframe this entire explainer around this incredibly powerful Zen proverb: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Think about it. The actual work does not change, but your relationship with the work changes entirely. Before you understand the modern algorithm, making that same targeted content feels like a prison. It feels like this massive limit on your creativity. But after you figure it out, it becomes a sense of purpose. You're enlightened. You realize that being boring is the very thing you have to protect. You're suddenly on this thrilling hunt for new real-world ways to solve your one chosen problem. So here's what it all comes down to. Most people are going to hear all this data about the modern algorithm, and they'll just default right back to that generic tired advice of just picking a niche. But are you going to do that, or will you actually change your relationship with the work? Will you stop endlessly chasing trends and instead hunt down your exact problem to solve repeatedly for the exact same person? Because mastering the modern algorithm isn't about constant reinvention. It is about having the absolute discipline to be unmistakably consistent. Continue watching to see how to build assets you own as a result of your boring problem-solving content that starts generating targeted traffic. Thanks for watching the video this far. I'm excited to share with you an in-depth article on how to create, share, and monetize lead magnets effortlessly, all without technical skills or expensive tools. This article dives deep into the essential steps for building an audience genuinely interested in your brand. It's designed to help you leverage the skills you already have to create and launch a profitable digital business today. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your approach, this guide offers valuable insights to set you on the right path. And one of the key topics covered is why manual outreach and legacy systems can't keep up. You will learn that speed is a vital component of lead conversion. Research shows that responding to a lead within minutes rather than hours dramatically increases the likelihood of a successful sale. The fact that manual systems lack the agility required to pivot when audience behavior changes shows how Lead Creator can address this need. The article helps you pinpoint what your audience truly needs and how your unique skills can meet those needs effectively, ensuring your product stands out in a crowded market. Next, the article explores how to craft compelling content that resonates with your audience and drives sales. It emphasizes the importance of storytelling, clarity, and authenticity in your messaging. You'll learn techniques to create content that not only educates but also emotionally connects with your potential customers. This approach helps build trust and encourages engagement, which are essential for transforming interest into actual purchases. Another vital aspect discussed is effective packaging, how to present your knowledge in a captivating way that appeals to your target market. Alongside this, the article outlines strategies for building a marketing plan that truly connects with the eager buyers. It covers everything from branding and positioning to choosing the right channels for promotion. These insights empower you to showcase your digital product's value clearly and attract the right audience consistently. Finally, the article addresses the challenges new creators often face and offers advice on staying motivated and focused throughout the journey. Launching a digital product can be demanding, but with the right mindset and strategies, you can overcome obstacles and keep progressing. This section provides encouragement and practical tips to help you maintain momentum and achieve long-term success. So go ahead and click on the link below to get started today and turn your ideas into impactful digital products.